knowing full well that Joe Biden was a longtime career politician with lots of influence?
I think there's no question, Mark. And look, we spent more than a year investigating Red-Handed, and one of the most startling things we uncovered is the simple fact that the Biden family, while he was vice president of the United States and continuing when he became president, received some $31 million from Chinese individuals who are linked to the highest levels of Chinese intelligence.
$31 million. Whoa.
Yep, $31 million. And these deals, which we lay out in the book, were carried out by a couple of individuals. One is a guy named Che Feng. Hunter Biden, in the Hunter Biden emails, refers to him as the super chairman. That's kind of his nickname for him. And he says in one email, "I don't believe in the lottery anymore, but I believe in the super chairman." Now, who is Che Feng? He's kind of this sketchy Chinese businessman. His business partner at the time that he was striking deals with Hunter Biden, his business partner was the vice minister at the Ministry for State Security. He was in charge of, among other things, recruiting foreign nationals to spy for China. He was the head of something called the Number 8 Bureau. It doesn't get any higher than that. These are the sorts of individuals that were striking deals with Hunter Biden. In this particular case, Che Feng happened to help a $20 million deal be secured. Another individual that helped arrange that deal is a guy named Mr. Zhao. Mr. Zhao helped with that $20 million deal. He also sent $5 million to Hunter Biden. And he sent that money from a very interesting business called Harvest Global. So you have Mr. Zhao sending $5 million. Who's his business partner, Mark? His business partner is the daughter of the former head of the Ministry of State Security. This is the guy who runs the entire spy apparatus for China. Again, it does not get any higher than that. So what this means, Mark, is that in total, the Biden family got $31 million. They performed no discernible legitimate business activities, as I can find, for that $31 million. And every single deal came from individuals tied at the highest levels to the Chinese intelligence apparatus. So there's no question in my mind that they were targeted by the Chinese. And for the life of me, Mark, this is unprecedented. I don't know of a time in American history where the American First Family has had this kind of a financial bond with a foreign intelligence service, particularly a foreign intelligence service that wants to defeat the United States in global competition.
You know, Peter Schweizer, ironically, the emoluments clause that they used to talk about with Trump has as its purpose to prevent this sort of thing, where somebody who becomes president or other people in the family are basically paid off or invested in, we'll use that phrase, by a foreign government. They had great fear about this sort of thing. And I cannot believe that $31 million, as you write, pours into the Biden family and Joe Biden doesn't know anything about it. He is the head of the Biden clan. That's number one. Number two, they all live very well. Number three, it is amazing how this Democrat Congress doesn't want any of the tax returns of any of the Biden family members. There's been no investigation of any of the Biden family members. He's the current president of the United States. When you consider how they've gone after Donald Trump with these fake issues. Joe Biden directly, how has he benefited from the communist Chinese?
Well, it's a great question, Mark. He directly benefited because the other thing that we lay out in the book is it's very, very clear that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden have had intertwined finances for a very long time. What do I mean by intertwined finances? Well, there are communications where Hunter Biden complains to other family members that he's having to send half his money to Pop, which is his father. But there's also specific examples of him paying his father's bills. Some of them are rudimentary. There's a $320 a month phone bill for a back channel phone that Joe Biden has when he's vice president of the United States. Hunter Biden's paying that. But there's also tens of thousands of dollars of other bills in terms of renovations on Biden family homes, et cetera. So The bottom line is money that Hunter Biden connected overseas directly benefited not only Hunter Biden, but Joe Biden himself and other family members, including James Biden. There's a couple of $1 million of the Chinese money that ends up being sent to James Biden. One other point to make, Mark, which I think is very important, and I think lays out the fact that this needs serious investigation, not only by the FBI, but also by Congress with subpoena power. Something very curious happens when Hunter Biden is securing these deals. There's 5 deals we've identified that are linked to Chinese intelligence. Hunter Biden goes to the Secret Service and says, I no longer want protection when I travel overseas. That is a stunning thing that needs to be looked into.